Okay, today we're talking about pressure treated beams. These are horizontal timbers that hold up your decks, like on your apartments or your condos. You can paint them, you can do whatever. The industry urban legend is that they're pressure treated, so it's okay that they're outside. And so pressure treating involves running it through a meat tenderizer. Basically, it's a series of knives that kind of cut into the edges of it, and then they soak it in a chemical and makes it exterior rated, where you can put it outside and use it as deck framing in this instance. And so we just got back from an investigation where we were looking at these deck beams, and we've seen this before, so we wanted to kind of bring it up to you again and share with what we've found. Okay, so here's the beam in question. It looks like it's an 8x8, or it's a decent sized beam. It was painted on three sides. The dark side here was up against the bottom of the deck, and we've got a guest appearance from Hazel the Chocolate Lab. She's taking a nap, so hopefully you'll find this more interesting than she does. But anyway, what we were concerned about was the brown staining coming across some of these crack lines, and it looked like the beam itself was leaking. And so we did the watermelon test, which is taking your knuckle and kind of hitting it. You can hear it. It almost sounds kind of hollow. I mean, that's a table. It doesn't sound right. So then we took a sharp object like a knife, and we poked it. Yeah, it's still pretty solid. So what's going on? But this is weird. So then we did some resistograph testing, which is a calibrated drill. And so we put an A and we put a mark there, and we drilled into it, and it gives us a printout. And so that printout started, high resistance, and then nothing reading down the graph, and then it went back up to high again. So we were like, this thing is hollow in the inside, so let's do a little investigative work. Let's see what we see when we cut out a chunk. So, sure enough, so you can see it's still wet. It hasn't rained here for 3 weeks, but it's just soaking wet. But you can see the edge perimeter. This is where the pressure treating soaks in. You can see those knife marks, and that's where the chemical soaks into this outer ring. So you have this nice hard shell, if you will, but then you've got just a totally soft inside. It's like a custard-filled donut. That's that end. Then we go around to this side, and you can kind of see the same thing. Oh, you can see the water. Check out the juice. So this is that brown juice coming out that we were first looking at on the edge of the beam. And so again, if I can stick a pen through this thing, that's not a great thing. So that explains the brown sauce coming out of it. Let's look at this side. Doesn't show as much, but you see a little bit there. But these check lines in the top of the beam are literally allowing water to just pour right down inside, and it just fills up this center cavity. So yeah, there's chunks flying around. But anyway, we had a similar instance where we had another project, similar kind of beam. One side of it has a little hole, but the other side of it is totally chunked out, and you can see daylight right back out that beam. So this one, what we did was we actually drilled a hole, because that watermelon test revealed just a hollow sound. So here's 2 examples of what look to be good, solid, pressure-treated beams on the outside, but they start giving indications. This one has drips coming out of the side of it, and this one just sounded hollow when we walked by it and literally knocked on it. So these are some things you can be looking for on your buildings, and it's just the importance of doing that annual inspection, walking around your place, reporting on these leaks, and then talking to somebody that has the tools and equipment and experience to be able to take a peek at this for you. And hopefully your beams don't look like this, because they are on the edge of collapse. So, thanks for watching.